We're out here today at the Legend Golf Course at Giants Ridge. It's Wednesday, March 30th, and we're with Jared Finch, and he is our Director of Agronomy out here. And Jared, can you tell me what you and your crew are doing out here today at the Legend?
We're currently removing snow from around the greens edges to help thaw out the turf so we can get this tarp up as soon as possible once the snow melts.
Okay, and you mentioned the tarp, so were all the greens covered in the fall?
18 of the greens. We don't cover the practice green, so 18 get covered with an impermeable cover.
Okay, and what time of year do you do that?
We try to do it right before the ground freezes, so sometime in November. Last year was really early. We did it about the first weekend in November.
Okay, and it's a permeable material, you said?
Impermeable, it's so that we won't get any ice damage.
Okay, so can air get through that, or nothing can get through it at all?
No, so what we do is we line them with tubes so that we could pump air into them throughout the course of the winter, so they can keep replenishing their O2 and replacing it with the CO2 that turf naturally builds up.
Okay, so I'm going to scan the camera around here so we can see the cover and the tube. And can you explain to us what you do throughout the winter then with those tubes?
Yep.
Okay, so here we're going along here, and you dig a trench that goes all the way around the green. And you do this to all 18 greens, is that correct?
Basically sod cut anything where a slope can run water off onto the green. Like this is a low area, so everything drains here. If you look back to the back parts, those areas we can get runoff. So what we try to do is tuck all the cover so that it'll run right onto the top, and then we can keep the water on top of the tarp.
Okay.
Instead of on the grass.
Okay, and then I notice here you have some sticks and flagging. You must put this around the whole green because of our winters here. We get so much snow. You have to be able to designate and mark the circumference of the green. Is that why you put that up?
Yeah, it's actually for cross-country skiers.
Oh, it is?
They like to come across and poke holes in the tarp when we get a little amount of snow. So we started doing this, and that kind of keeps the deer away as well. Otherwise, if they start walking on the tarp and punching holes, we'll get water go down through and then could create an ice damage situation underneath the tarp.
So it's just to control ski traffic and then probably any wildlife traffic. Yep. Okay, so here's the trench, and so you shoveled this out all the way around the green, and then there's the hose right there. Yep,
we have two of these tubes here that basically split the green into thirds. Then we blow air in those. We start once we get the cover on, we go about a week later, and we do that for every week for about a half hour a green until we get about 6 to 8 inches of snow, and then we stop and go about once a month. That way the grass is pretty much dormant and we don't have to worry about as much CO2 buildup underneath. And then come spring, when we start to melt, we start doing it a little more frequently, up to, start about 14 days and then go down to every 7 days to pump air in to give them some fresh oxygen.
And how do you pump that air into that hose?
Backpack blowers.
Is that the same piece of equipment you use to blow leaves in the spring or fall?
Yes, it is. Yep.
Okay. And so you said you do that once a week up until we have about 6 to 8 inches of snow?
Yeah.
And then it goes once a month?
Yep.
Okay. And you do this to all 18 greens out here?
Yes.
Okay. And can you tell me then you just shovel this trench, you don't remove the snow off the whole green?
No, because once we can get, we don't want to have to waste a lot of man hours removing all this snow. Hopefully we got some good weather coming that this should be burnt off hopefully by Monday of next week. And we do have to shovel one green off here that's 17. It's too shaded, so that one we do have to hand shovel most of that.
And does digging this trench, you're exposing some of the turf, does that help the rest of the snow melt around it?
Yeah, it does. That way we could free up these nails that are right here in the ground.
Okay.
It's nailed every 4 feet along the edge of this tarp.
Okay, and as soon as the snow melts, will you be removing the greens covers?
Yep. The minute it's gone, we can pull them.
Okay, and what if you were to remove them and we were to get some snow? Would that matter?
That would be fine, because the actual grass, because of the dark color of the grass, it would melt off faster than it will on these white covers.
Okay, and can I meet the rest of your guys here?
Yeah.
Okay. How many guys do you have out here with you today helping you?
Currently have 4.
4, okay. And this is Andrew. And Andrew, what do you do here at Giants Ridge for the golf course?
I'm the golf course superintendent down at the quarry.
Okay, but in the winter it must just be all hands on board, so you're doing work on the Legend as well?
Yep, we do a lot of woodworking stuff in the winter and going to classes and seminars and stuff in the winter, furthering our education.
Okay, and just going around here, Sean, what do you do here for the golf courses at Giants Ridge?
I am the assistant superintendent down at the quarry golf course.
Okay, and again, all hands on deck this time of year, so you're working both courses?
Yes, yep, we're helping out at both places, trying to get them open.
Okay, and then moving right along, Joe. Joe, what do you do here at Giants Ridge?
I'm the superintendent at the Legend Golf Course.
Okay, and this time of year, will you be doing work on the quarry to help until the full crew is on board?
Yep.
Okay, and who do we have here?
Andy Urjavec.
Andy, what do you do here at Giants Ridge?
I'm just a full-time maintenance worker at either Legend or Quarry.
Okay.
Been here for 4 years.
Okay, and how do you like this time of year?
Oh, it's something different. We get into main season and it's, you know, the grass this time of year, spring, and then fall. It's a lot of different stuff. So.
Okay. Well, great. Well, guys, thanks for taking a few minutes. I know you're busy, and I know this is a lot of labor and manpower, a lot of hours, manpower hours to do this. And Jared, we'll check back with you maybe in a few days. Do you think we could come talk to you when you start blowing some air under the greens?
Yeah.
So you'll be blowing air one more time this season, do you think?
Well, we'll probably see what the weather does here, and if we're looking at where we're close, we might not pump the air to finish. We just go to get them off instead.
Okay, and what does the weather look like for the next week or month? Do you get predictions like that tell you, it's going to be a...
Try to keep it at a weekly basis because everything changes. They usually go to averages after that, so it's, that's past history, but, hopefully we're looking at mid-40s this week, maybe some rain. That'll help take the snow down.
Okay. Well, Jared, thanks a lot, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Yep.